focus mainly on just one mount escape today. So we have the 3 basic escapes that we went through last weekend. We're going to focus on just one of them, because what I want to do today is basically work on hand fighting and just general how to counter attacks that my opponent is going to give me when I'm in his mount. Okay, because first of all, just a quick note. Okay, so if my opponent has me in mount, what I don't want to do in the position I'm in now is this. I want my feet on the ground at all times, okay? Feet on the ground is how I create explosive movement, okay? So, and if he's able to get my feet off the ground in any way, like if he's able to do this, this takes away my ability to create explosive movement. This is going to make it infinitely harder to get out of the mount. So I'm probably going to have to start pummeling my legs, and I need to get my feet back to the ground, okay? And just a quick note on that. Sit down, lay down. If you're in any kind of a guard situation as well, just like half guard, okay? If I can keep a foot off the ground, try to bump me. Yeah. Okay? Because again, this is taking away his ability to create explosive power. Same thing if I'm in side control. Okay? No. If I can get his feet off the ground, try to create See what he's doing? He's trying to free his legs so he can get his feet back to the ground. Because this is that's how he develops explosive power. Okay? So just generally speaking, if you're in a bad position, you want your feet touching the ground. That's how you can make movement. That's how you can create space. That's how you make the situation dynamic. Okay? So first thing I want to do though is we're going to review the elbow escape. Okay? We're going to start going over the elbow escape. So first thing I want to do is I want to get a frame on his hips. This is going to prevent him from getting into a high mount. Okay? So if he tries to climb up in high mount now, it's like a wall. Okay? This is really annoying and very hard to beat. Okay? Then I want to grab into a gable grip, bridge a bit, stretch. Then I'm going to have contact with my elbow on one part of his knee, straighten my leg, go to the side, and here's where I do things I think differently at the very least than some people I know. I know a lot of people like to have their elbow inside here. I don't like to do that, because this makes it actually really easy for him to bring his knee up. And now it's hard for me to start reclaiming. No, even if you don't have to attack, it's really hard for me to get this foot now. Okay, this is really hard. If I have my elbow here, I can use that to push his leg down. And if he tries to raise it up, exactly, you're making space now. Exactly. Okay, so I like to keep my elbow here as a block, so I can cross step, pull the leg over, and enter my half guard. So we're still on bottom, but at the very least we're not in the mount anymore. We have far more options to attack here than we did when we were in the mount. Okay? So just reviewing that one more time. So again, blocking the hips, palm up, gable grip, block the knee with the elbow. That's why, at the very least, this is why I call it the elbow escape, because my elbow is blocking his knee and making the escape possible. Okay, you're not trying to explode up. Just lift your hips a bit to give yourself some room to move, straighten the leg, go to the side. Still keep this arm here. Your elbow should never cross here on his stomach. Then he gets, exactly, now we can start taking my back. Okay, my elbow has to always be here. Basically, my elbow should always be looking out. Okay? If there's any point in time where I feel weight on my elbow, that's dangerous for me. Okay? So, and again, shove the leg down. There will be 2 situations here. One is like he is now, where he has his foot normal. I can cross step and bring it over. There will be times where sometimes he's really good at like tucking his foot in. Essentially. So like this, Now it's really hard to grab that leg. All I have to do now is just actually retract this leg a bit and knee forward. And now I get my half guard again. Okay? So let's review that, and then we'll go to some options where he starts hand fighting and prevents me from getting my elbow escape grip, okay? So let's start with that, and then we'll move on. Okay, so our first kind of general situation is, first of all, like I said, he's not going to sit with his legs straight like this because he wants his feet on the ground for explosive power. Exactly. Okay, so the first thing is that I'm never really, if I want to attack, I'm never really going to do this. Because Young can stay here all day. I'm never going to get an attack off. Because he can just keep his arms to protect him like this. If you've ever seen Kyle Chambers versus Isaac Michelle, it's 3 hours of this. It's the most boring match you have ever seen. Okay, and this is honestly for most people, this is sort of their go-to defense first thing they do because they're trying to make sure you can't grab chokes or anything like that. Okay.
Is this stable in danger?
Not really. I mean, yeah, exactly. This is actually really easy. And also, even if you can just use the other arm. Yeah, exactly. And then you go back and you just kind of do this, okay? Mm-hmm. So, what I'm going to do, okay, if I'm attacking, my first action, I'm going to go for my top arm. I'm going to start isolating arms. And we're going to start with just this basic situation here, okay? I'm in the mount, I've managed to isolate an arm, okay? This is going to make his escape a lot harder now, okay? He's going to get this is where he's going to start, but I mean, I can start now prying the arm, getting my underhooks. Okay, this is a harder position for him to escape from, okay? So we're just going to start with this particular position. I've isolated an arm, and what I can do to help out there, okay? And actually, let's start just with that, so the guy in the mount can get used to isolating an arm, and then we'll do what happens when he does that, okay? So there's a couple of different ways. Something basically I have two ways I like to do this. I either go for both hands on one arm like this, with this kind of a grip, and put my weight into it, and weigh his arm down like this. Okay? That's one option. Another option, this is something that actually works really well against guys who are very good at just kind of leaning or whatever, is I take a baseball grip, and instead of weighing me in first, yeah, he's doing a good example right now, he's actually keeping my weight pretty stable. I pull the arm up here, now I go down. Okay, so if he tries, again, if I'm here and he tries to resist me separating his arm, just resist separating the arms. So if I try to use my weight here, but now yeah, okay. Again, everything you've got. Try to keep me from pushing up. Yeah.
Because the direction change.
Exactly. The direction change is what helps me get that arm free.
So you're initially pushing.
Yeah.
And he's resisting.
I'm actually putting all my weight in here right now. And
Okay, great. Wow.
Okay, so let's just practice that a little bit, just to practice separating arms. And then we're going to go into how you use that to actually get it. What you can do to keep him from attacking and escape safely. Because there's a lot of mistakes people do when that happens. Okay, so now going on with this idea, we're going to basically kind of work in, there are different ways that he can get progressively deeper in the mount, but it's always going to be from this separating arm. So we're going to work so he starts separating an arm. Yeah. Okay? So we're going to start with just this fairly shallow mount. Okay? The first thing I'm going to do is switch sides actually. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring my hand in his armpit. Okay? I was saying earlier that there's a lot of mistakes people do from this position. One of the biggest ones, go back here, on this side. One of the biggest ones I see people do is they try to do this. Yeah, and exactly, I have just given him a gift wrap, and he is now taking my back and putting me in a worse position than I was before. Okay, so that's why we are never, ever, ever going to try and do this. Okay, never bring your arm across his stomach, ever. Because you've just trapped your own arm, he is going to get the gift wrap and take your back if he's any good at this. Okay? So what we're going to do instead, we are going to place our arm, actually go back to the other side so I can show them the camera, have this sort of a V grip, goes into his armpit, and I want my arm really close to his side. I don't want my arm out like this. Yeah, exactly, because I'm hitting him a higher mount now. I want my arm on his side so that if he now tries to go into the higher mount, my elbow is blocking him still, okay? And here's the really important point. I need to make him post. Okay? That's going to take the weight off this hand and it's going to allow me to go back to my escape. And I'm going to use this grip and my feet on the ground, and I'm going to give a very strong bridge in this direction. And now he has the option. He either posts with this hand, or if he doesn't post, he just gives the mount escape. Okay? So if the question ever comes, what happens if he doesn't post? You say thank you and you stand up, because he has just given you an escape from the mount. Okay? So I'll do it on this hand so I can show what the other side is doing. Okay, so we're here, feet close, and really bridge and push with this hand and make him post like this. Okay? So from here, now his grip on my hand is very weak. I can frame back, and now I can go into my elbow escape. Okay? So basically, I'm making him post so that I can return to my better position and start doing my known escapes. Okay? I'm basically making him reset. Okay? Because if he doesn't reset, I get out. If he resets, then I get to start from the beginning without having separated hands. Okay? So that's going to be our first, and just for your information, that will overwhelmingly be the strategy when he starts separating arms, is you need to make him post. Okay? We will have different methods of making him post, but the topic is generally always going to be make him post, reset, and then go to your escapes again. Okay? Yeah. But again, whatever you do, if there's one message from today's class, I need to make sure you all know, never ever bring your arm across your body. Ever. It is always wrong. I don't care what the situation is. Never bring your arm across your body. Okay? We will always try to keep it on the same side, because otherwise we make the situation worse. Okay? Anyone need to see that one more time? No? Okay? Then let's practice that, and then we'll let the guy get even deeper into mount. Okay, so first just showing the progression here. So we're going to let our opponent get even deeper into mount. Again, he's going to do he's going to have his feet on the ground so that he can gap. No, really, drill this position into your head, okay? You want your feet on the ground for explosive power, okay? So now we're going to go a bit deeper into mounts, the same idea. I separate an arm, and this time, let's say I'm able to get in quickly and get into this kind, or either here or this, okay? Because now the problem is, if he tries to make me post the same way again, his head is actually blocking me. Okay. So it's not going to work exactly the same way. We need to modify it a bit. Still going to be the same idea, but now this grip around his head, even if I'm just like this is going to anchor me on him, and it's going to make it so that I can't really get I don't really need to post in this direction anymore. Okay? So we're going to so what happens when our opponent gets even deeper into mount? Okay, so separates an arm, gets it around my head. If he wants, he can grab the grip behind my head. I don't care. No, I didn't. Yeah, like that. This is what a lot of people are going to do. So we're going to start, same idea, frame in the arm wedge, get the arm nice and close. The only thing is I'm basically going to change my direction. Okay? I am not going to try and push him over this way. I want to push him over my head. Okay? And now I get my reset again. Okay? Because the thing is when he's in that shoved up position, let's do this again. Okay. Because the thing is I still force his weight to go really high, doing this, and try to hold my hand. Yeah, okay, yeah. When I have this armpit post, it's actually, take original. Yeah, it's actually really hard for him to hold on to my hand here. So, yeah, exactly. That's the sound. Yeah, as much as you can. I mean, everything you got. Okay, so it's really hard for him to hold on to my hand. So it's the same idea. I need to make him post but I'm making him post in a different direction. It's like taking a shirt off. You're just basically shoving the arm over your head through the armpit post, making him post in this direction, and then you can shove him over that way, and that's where you get your reset again. So, showing that one more time. Okay, yeah, so here, armpit, and again I go this way over my head, and now I can push him over this way. I get my post, and now I go back to my elbow escape.
Okay.
Okay?
Could we see that on the other side as well, Chris?
Oh, yeah, sure. So I assume you meant like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so same idea. I have it on the armpit, on the hand on the armpit, and again, my elbow is not out, flared out like this. My elbow is close, and I'm here.
Great.
Okay, then free the hand. Yeah, exactly. And I reset.
Great.
And that's how I also try to defeat the elbow post. So, okay. So let's work on that one, and then we'll see if we can take it even one step deeper. So, I realize how that sounds as we keep progressively getting deeper into the mount. So now we're going to go from a bad position to one of the worst ones. Let's say I mess everything up, and he gets a gift wrap basically.
On this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what I want to do first of all, I want to make sure I do not go to my side. Okay. If I go here, he has them out now. Yeah. I'm screwed. He's got my back. Okay. So first thing is when he gets here, do everything you can to make sure this shoulder is so close to the ground as possible. And this hand will frame here on the hips. Okay. And I'm actually grabbing into this side of his hip. Okay? And that's going to give me more ability to pull myself this way. Okay? And here, again, feet on the ground. And what I want to do is basically my best Taylor Swift impression, and I want to shake him off. So. And that's because if he keeps a hold on that gift wrap, if he holds this gift wrap with life and limb and never lets it go, I'm going to be able to just push him off like this and start going into leg locks. Okay? So it's in his best interest, again, assuming he wants to keep the mount, he is going to post. Okay? So I come in here, and I basically just make him go side to side until I can destabilize his position. And now we're in our elbow escape. Yeah, so again, same idea. We need to make him stabilize his position. So what we do is we basically attack his base. Okay? So and that's why this kind of bouncing around exercise we did at the beginning it's a warm-up, but it's also kind of important because you're making him stabilize his base, and the only way you can do that is with his arms. Okay? So yeah, fine. Okay, so and here. Yeah, exactly. If he doesn't stabilize, he just falls over. We went out of camera. Just a second. Make myself pretty.
And if I commit to the gift wrap and we land in some kind of guard gift wrap,
I'm going to be able to free my arm though, because the only thing that's keeping the gift wrap is the fact that the war is on my back.
Okay, so you can.
Yeah, no, I can just pull it over my head. Yeah, so we're here. Okay. Okay. See, if the floor's not on my back, I can just pull the gift wrap over my head. Okay? And again, you don't want to do that because you've just given up top position. So. And now I have my elbow escape position again. Cool. Okay? So it's really, all I'm doing without a partner is he gets the gift wrap, hip blocking, first of all, so he has to stay on my hips. Okay, I'm not letting him escalate higher into a high mount. And then we're just doing this, basically, until he either falls over because he doesn't want to give up the gift wrap, or he is a bit better and he knows, oh, I need to stabilize, gives up the gift wrap, and then we can go into our elbow escape. We're basically putting him into a dilemma. Either he lets me shove him over on the floor and lose top position, or he keeps top position, but he has to let go of gift wrap. Okay? Both of those are good options for me. Okay? So let's work on this, and then I think we'll do some sparring.